我哋開呢個嘅 watch
Illuminati
party。
just died.
watch
Illuminati and
party
Liquid have died.
watch party 我哋開始。
You're alone. You're alone on the bottom floor, just so you know.
We want to maintain top floor, right?
Yes. There's an Ash up here.
Scope this quadrant down here.
Fuck. I'm actually just gonna keep picking since I have a Phoenix.
No, I think it'd be easy for him because he has gun shield now.
It's more about the kills, it's not about the damage
Yeah.
that I can get.
OK，
Yeah, there's not really any angles for me to take.
睇得。
Just call out Valcolt. We need to call every Valcolt. So I
Yeah.
don't just get shit on low ground.
Watch out, I got my trap. I'm gonna move that.
Give me your blue.
Watch out, they can shoot you from the two store over here.
Oh, good thing you didn't pop it yet.
冇咩好講呢度，都係睇。
This body block for me is
That's NRG. Actually, there's no way that's NRG. Is that NRG? Like in his building? There's like there's a chance of that.
going back down.
係嗰個 energy 好似。
Remember, there's 4 extra nades bottom floor and 2 extra nades top floor.
Can you bring all the nades up?
Well, get shot on the cross.
Like here. I'm gonna start moving them up.
Okay.
That's cool.
What shields are you guys?
10-2.
13-2.
Nice. Doesn't.
Barometer tower is staring towards our direction.
Yeah, I know it's Mondi. Just being a little bitch.
Little bitch.
In it for 37.
係咪講 Mandy 啊？你講 Mandy 又喺度咩？好似唔係呢個係咪 S 係咪 S 2成 S Scars 啊？
I can shoot for kills as well because I have 33 with 3x.
係啊。
Could you be Valk queuing like the building to our north or something?
Yeah.
I don't know, like these, like the
Missed
doors or
it.
something.
呢個仆街。
Missed.
Cool if it's like for a kill, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cannot afford meds.
最近應該聽到我把聲。
Missed.
Rolling.
Where's that bow at?
No idea. I think it's in the north building.
Bridge is shooting you.
He's pissed.
If someone tries to land first door, should I try to get a stick? Or just...
Maybe.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, we have a lot of arcs. I have 3.
We
Yeah,
have
that-
3 traps, we have arc stars, like...
You just gotta like hear it and see it before people land. Like,
Yeah, we need to shoot
The
them
thing
in
is,
the air.
everyone's gonna be looking at us if we try and drop down the sides and shoot
Yeah,
them. It's gonna be
Yeah.
really,
We
really
have
hard
to
to
play
kill
the
them.
building.
Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get angles on them if they drop down there. It's just gonna be you, Jordan.
can't break that fucking door, man.
Yeah, our only angle is to go into the staircase where I'm at.
Like, we're just gonna get fried from every direction.
My close range is bad.
How's Spitfire?
Yeah, I'm Spitfire 30-30.
I'm an R3 close.
仆街，咪播呢唔應該播嘅嘢。 Oh,
Cannon? Actually hitting it?
No, I don't think so. Here is that.
Probably fighting optic.
oh fuck.
Fucking third zone is. Is anyone bambooed? Do we know?
I can't see it.
I don't know. You go look out the window. If there's anyone there, they're just hard redding.
The crypto drone bottom floor right now. Completely silent.
If there's somebody bamboo, they're gonna grab this crate here probably.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's free.
Yeah. I don't know if we go there or not though, to be honest with you.
We don't have enough meds. I don't think we can.
I don't
We'll
think we
die.
can.
I'm
There's
allowed
also a
to.
team under the bridge. Can't they just shit on us?
Yeah.
The drone is completely silent outside
Team
of
back,
building.
team back here. Doctor's
Wow.
flying to the bridge.
I think we go to bamboo now. We
Okay.
have to.
Where are we gonna
Yeah,
velcro that?
Yeah, you're right.
I hope nobody's riding there. You guys ready?
Yeah. Try to hover. There's
Wait,
somebody
wait,
there.
They left bridge, I think. They left
Should we
the
land
bridge.
on this guy bridge?
There's only one guy bridge.
We land on the
Kill
guy bridge?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm landing down here.
I landed on this
Okay,
side.
I'm with you.
He ran back. He ran out. He ran across. He ran across. I'm healing now.
There's also a team at the cart next to us.
No. They bubbled there. One of them might have
You
gone
need
down.
to get traps on me. They are me.
I'm waiting for my trap 3 gen because I'm gonna take damage crossing to you. I'm waiting for my trap 3 gen. Then I'll come to you. Okay?
I'm looking over you, Jordan. You're good. They're not safe there. They're gonna have to fight us, I think. Or they're gonna
Who?
knock all. The team in the cart. The team in the cart. Northwest. They're not safe. They have to move. You should play on his side, Evan.
Okay.
What? Caustic has blue armor.
Uh,
They have a bow too.
fine. I doubt they'll fight it, but we'll see. Just be ready for it, okay? Just keep staring at them. You should be peeking here constantly. Don't let them get close to you guys without you guys realizing.
Okay.
I don't see them right now. They have a rock to play back there as well.
Okay, well we can easily kill them for free if they try to 3-man play a rock. They're getting shot in the back by somebody. The team back here.
Yeah, there's a team gonna play that.
Keep looking at these guys in the car, okay?
Yeah, they're like by the building.
They went over here.
Who's over here?
Probably.
Back on southwest. That's
That
top
team
I
barometer.
can scan this area.
Yeah, there's a team there.
Top barometer's flying towards us.
They might play top of our bridge. They might. Okay, we're good. We're good. Where are they going?
They went to our true store, I think. Yeah, they did.
We can cruise over
I think they're
here.
gonna walk it in and push me from my
Is
side.
this your
I'm not
trap?
sure.
Is this your trap, Evan?
No.
I got Gibraltar to my side. I have to back up.
I'm watching if they cross you, I think. They run up to you, I saw they get me crossed.
I know.
You got a bat right away. Bat right away.
They're on the back side of the bridge.
Give me
They're on
all
the back side of the bridge.
Give me all south side. Give me all south side.
I did.
I have no medkits. Can you give me a
I
medkit?
dropped you. Arcs, back up.
I stuck one.
Caustic dead! Give me those cracked!
I'm
We need
back.
to
They're
get
rising.
resing.
They're
We
rising.
need to get the
The
buff.
Falcons
We get
also
the buff.
cracks. I'm gonna causing ult that.
I'm gonna die. I died in the side.
Okay.
I have
Reach
finished
on
on
the
the
back.
side.
Come back.
I'm dead. They were just
Oh,
so
I killed them
trash.
all.
Dang it, man.
Oh my god, man.
No more shield.
Oh, 回了这本。
I saw instantly. I bubbled.
Will be eliminated in the feed as well. But still, 100 Thieves pushing in, getting aggressive, counting those final shots. Omnu needs help, does get it, and AD are eliminated. Scars also fallen, as you say, 100 Thieves do stay alive. TSM eliminated in around 15th place.
Singularity and NRG also having a fight here. Nathan and Rocker managed to get up to a situation where they have a 2v1, but both of them barely had any shields, barely had any health. So you have to wonder how long the NRG are going to survive here as well.
Their rotation, they are still alive, they have still found a good spot, but they're very close to the likes of Invictus Gaming and EXO, and judging by where this next circle goes, a lot of teams are going to have to move.
Element 6 trying to move in. You can see there's a couple of down players. I think that's NRG who might be in that position. It is indeed Nathan trying to force this team off. Zeta are kind of watching on the cross, and also Singularity were doing damage to give NRG the chance maybe to get a res. Nathan's going to have to try and escape though, as Singularity were eliminated by Team Burger, and now you can see Element 6 looking to clean up this final member, but they don't know where he's gone. NRG are down. And
involved in a fight. Invictus and Optic are fighting right now in the southern side of the map, and Team Burger are watching over it. Team Burger could really be a thorn in the side to both of these teams.
Optic Gaming takes down one player though from Invictus as we jump back on board with Team Burger, trying to hold the line, trying to pick away at these fights that are going down in front of them. There's KP opportunities, there's also headshot opportunities with the 30-30.
Oh, big cracks, but I think they're just going to be able to be all right behind those rocks. I think that's going to be
Here comes the zone, though.
No, that's Invictus Gaming behind that rock.
Here comes the zone, though. And Jaro might have them all lined up here. There might be KP on the menu here for Team Burger. Just have to watch these angles, have to pick up these kills, but they've also got the zone behind them as well. Gaming lose 2. Duplex is also on his back, but Team Burger, right in the middle of all of the carnage, are holding their line.
Yeah, they've done so well, Team Burger, but EXO are going to be the late arrivals here. They're going to try and finish off some kills, and you've got to hit some big shots with the Peacekeeper.
EXO now trying to clean things up, but they will not be able to. Optic Gaming eliminated. EXO eliminated. Team Burger also eliminated, and here come Cloud9. SSG, they're still involved in this final fight, but Zeta also looking to take on pick up some of these pieces that are just falling in front of them.
SSG, who protected C9 for so long, but now Zeta, they don't know they're there, and they're just going to absolutely shred. They come out of nowhere like ghosts from the woodwork.
Taskmaster, this is what he loves. People in front of him! Puts them in the dirt!
Dark Zero.
Dark Zero, look at the position. They've been watching all of this, and look where the next circle's going as well. Even though Dark Zero aren't within this at the moment, they've got the high ground. They can watch everything that's happening. But hats off to Zeta. They've been able to do the job. They've been able to finish off those kills.
Spider trying to get involved there on the edge of zone as well. Imagine if he had an influence on this final fight. But for now, 100 Thieves.
100.
That's not a play on words. Speaking of Scurry, he's got to be careful here. He's got to start getting his jogging boots on, because if he didn't make it around that corner, he could go down and 100 Thieves lose 1.
Yeah, Zeta, they've got a good angle on them, and I was going to say how important could the Newcastle be, but if that knock gets turned into a full-on elimination,
who's going to be able to buy themselves the time required to be last to this fight. Zeta Division in a great spot here. Just looking down on both teams, they have the information they require.
There's a Gibby on both. There's going to be a similar composition for both, but 100 Thieves have lost their Newcastle, so they are just a 2 now going into this final 3. So you've got to be expecting this to be either a Zeta win or a DZ win. But we have seen crazy things happen by duos already in this tournament, so let's see what 100 Thieves can do.
100 Thieves have to scarf forward. They're going to be in so much trouble though. You can see they're just taking so much crossfire. They get the interception pylon down, which might stop the grenades coming in, but you can also see that Onmu is going to be falling because Sunset is going to be moving in. We could be down to a 3v3 shootout if they can finish this last player alive here from 100 Thieves.
Wow, 100 Thieves冇咗。喺度加油 Dark Zero， 我唔殘啫啦。
There's a lot of room to work with. There is also objects to work with, but Zeta, they're trying to close the gap because they've done a lot of damage here.
They've also forced a bubble, so
俾佢哋個位比較差。
trying to get the bats off in time.
加油加油！我到咗個好啊！哦 ，no 輸咗啦佢哋。
no bat. I had no bat.
Right, NT.
I had no bat.
2 for them to close it out. 0 survived, but not for long.
Zeta Division, have a
Zeta
division.
who close out game
Division
number
呢
2 here.
？Zeta Division。OK 啊，GG。
Alongside that one, that was crazy.
And if 100 Thieves had just
GG.
stayed alive with that Newcastle, think how different it could have been. As what a message.
Yeah, we want to cheer for that one, everyone. A big cheer. Respect shown
Stand
from the
with
crowd
Ukraine.
for 9 Impulse.
And it really was a final circle that could have gone either way between those two teams.
Hey,
But I love how
wow.
Zeta were able to surround Dark Zero once they'd been able to get that initial damage, and they did. Even though they almost got themselves isolated, that Gibraltar there, it got a little bit sticky, but it was the initial damage they were able to do after taking down
Respect.
Scurry from 100 Thieves, which I do think was the critical moment in that final circle, because if Scurry had survived, if 100 Thieves had had that Newcastle, imagine the difference in that final circle, just being able to have that wall to play with.
Yeah, it would have been a completely different game, but wow, Zeta Division. 14 kills alongside the 12 placement points means they put a grand total of 26 on the board, but Dark Zero returning to form as well. Apex South team really starting to step up here. They got that second place finish, 13 points overall for them.
And I'm starting to get memories of the EMEA region and what we saw from Zeta Division back in the day in Split 1, in Split 2, just popping up and popping off at times. Down in the lower side of the leaderboard, some of the big hitters, TSM eliminated earlier than they would have expected. Furia not able to get the aggressive playstyle down to a T, and Team Liquid off drop, losing a fight once more. I wonder whether we're going to see them change their drop as we go into match number 3. So did I. I didn't really.
Wish I could say the same.
I respect it.
That's what I've got you, Dan.
Hopefully she'll still be there when you get home.
She'll understand. Don't worry, it's
fine.
fine. She'll understand. This is the place to be right now. If you're not here, then I'm not telling you what to do with your life and maybe not to make that decision, but it certainly is going to be the place to be today and tomorrow as we get through these games. Speaking of which, game number 2, here are your stats.
2,000 damage for Taskmaster. We were bigging him up. We were saying how much of an individual talent he is, and he really put that on demonstration throughout that game. Every single time he locked onto a player, he obliterated them. I really do think the 100 Thieves will be kicking themselves a little bit. They weren't able to escape, but it was the angle that Zeta and Division were able to take at the end.
And like I mentioned, this is a team, and 9 Impulse told us a few months ago now, if you get Taskmaster into a position to close games out and to just have the ammo to play with and just put bodies in front of him, he will dispose of the bodies. That push towards the end of the game was nuts from him.
It was nuts, and it's just aggressive, but it's also positive, and at the same time it's confident. And confidence is everything. We've already seen that in this tournament. Some teams who are playing in a way where they're like, you know what, screw this team, we can beat them, we can kill them, and we have seen so many teams have success because of that, as Zeta Division do find themselves in first place now, jumping 15 positions here in match number 2, just slightly above Cloud9, who have slowly and silently gone about their business.
They certainly have indeed, but they certainly introduced themselves in a loud way to that leaderboard into second place. Like you say, TSM after the game 1 win slipped down just a couple of places into 3rd, but you have to say that leaderboard's looking pretty tight in that top 10.
Well, that leaderboard is going to swap and change, I can guarantee you that. Not just now in Storm Point, but also when we move over to World's Edge a little bit later. And as a reminder, these are the teams that would be going into the losers bracket if this was match number 8. But of course, there is still 6 matches to come. We are still waiting for the likes of Optic Gaming and Furia to come to life. In fact, you could say that about a lot of teams in this bottom 10. They could easily be the top 10 teams if we took some of their better games from the group stages.
Well, let's go 100 Thieves. Maybe that is the motivation that they needed, jumping up a huge amount of places after that performance in game number 2. And 100 Thieves, again, just showing that composition working for them. But I think it's right. The big talking point for the team that you can see on your screen right now was just losing the Newcastle player on that cross. If he survives for 2 seconds longer, maybe a different story.
That was what I wanted to see. I wanted that Newcastle to have the moment, right? When he was added as a legend, I was like, when is he going to actually do something competitive play? And then we start to see it happen, and it could have happened on the biggest of stages, but not yet, but I'm sure it will as the rest of the tournament goes on.
Well, everyone's starting to find their feet here on Storm Point. We've got 2 more Storm Point games to go before we head over to World's Edge. It's time for us to take a break, though. We'll be back.
ROMs. They're nuts. Oh fuck. Laptop game. Wow, dude. Good.得，大家覺得呢個點？我覺得好差，我覺得呢個又靚，紅色嗰個都靚，但係我覺得我中意呢個多啲。Bro, what the fuck?咩料啊先？睇咩啊？呢個音樂有啲幾雞皮。Where's Apex Legends? Where's my Apex? I can't find Apex Legends. Oh yeah. What? That plays a verse. The A shit, man. TSM 會攞走呢個。
Welcome back once again, everybody, to the ALGS Championships 2022. And 2 games have gone on Storm Point now. We leave ourselves with just 2 remaining before we head over to World's Edge. 2 different winners as well, Dan. This is starting to get a bit spicy.
Yeah, and I think this is what we expected from Storm Point, for there to be several different winners, because there is going to be different strategies implemented. There is going to be composition changes here or there as this winners bracket goes on. But right now, I think the biggest talking points is that we still have a contest after 2 matches. Is there going to be a contest again with Team Liquid and Dreamfire in match number 3? And are we going to see similar early rotations? Because the circles have been very close from match number 1 and number 2. I know it pulled further east in match number 2, but everyone had gone to Barometer once more.
We also maybe need to see a little bit more from Optic Gaming. 2 quiet games from them so far. As we see the crowd favourite here, Team Burger, looking extremely handsome on the main stage, and also putting in some decent performances. Shout out to you guys, by the way, leading the way in the noise.
The Team Burger crew has definitely been the loudest and proudest so far. That's all I'm saying, TSM fans. You're getting out-shouted by these guys. Maybe you're going to have to try and match them as we go on, but I've got to say a lot of love to everyone in the audience, everyone who's made their way to Rally, because this is such a historical moment for Apex Legends. We've all been waiting for it to happen, and finally we have a live audience here at the biggest and best LAN that we could possibly have imagined.
Yeah, I always say, like, when we're talking about how important this LAN is for Apex Legends, right, and how important this event is, it's just as important for the players that every single person who's sat in the seats in the crowd right now is here, because it is, what's it been, 3 years since Poland? I think it's 3 years.
It felt like 9.
Felt like 9. It's been a long, long time. It deserves the energy of a crowd. That is everybody you can see in front of you right now. So make sure you keep that energy going as we head.
Is going to be a very important one for the likes of Optic Gaming as...
Oh, fuck. Kan maar even niet zeggen.
Because then the pressure ramps up even more. If you can solidify your place in the top 10 going into World's Edge, though, knowing that the zones are going to maybe offer a little bit more cover to play with, and you can work on placement points instead of having to worry about the KP to go alongside it, you're going to be in a much, much better position. So game number 3 is live here in Raleigh. Let's get on with this.
And Team Liquid and Dreamfire look like they're still going to be battling for the same POI, so we're probably going to get the same exact fight going down. Remember, Dreamfire have won 2 of these engagements. Team Liquid will be looking for a little bit of revenge. Or will Team Liquid just take the south side of the POI and then try and get the hell out of there because it's not gone well? Well, looking at the colours and the flashes on those names, it looks like Dreamfire and Team Liquid might be fighting again.
Well, hold on to your hats, Team Liquid fans, because it could be 0 for 3.
百计如果用为玻璃
Lots off the
变
break
大
here.
一
Early damage is going to be done. The bubble will go down to give them the cross to get to safety. As the flat line in the hands of Bowling could be the difference maker here as well. But here comes Gildersons. I mentioned this guy last night. Told some very interesting stories about his career and what he wants to do. And at the moment, he's just looking for revenge.
Yeah, Liquid are annoyed, and you can see they are set out to get aggressive here onto Dreamfire. They didn't really have the weapons in the pre...
冇啦，因為佢對面都到嗰個。
別急，別急，我還有88，我還有88，我還有88。
我等下可以拉他哦，我先打小药。
One surging, one surging.
You get that.
Right here, and they have no idea. They have no idea. Gibby's right here. Gibby's right here. They're both in the corner. Gibby's on ping on Brandon. On Brandon. On Brandon. Yep, trying to finish.
I'm dead, bro.
That's
just my bad, man.
It's so much damage too.
OK，大啲嘢咗。
換了。
in their heads saying, why can't we take down
That craft thing. Yeah, you're good.
us off this POI? And they better hope that World's Edge is going to be a different story, because at the moment, Liquid have not come to life. But 5 games still to play, still plenty of time to get points on the board. And I think if you are a team that's been eliminated early, you hope for one of those big hitters at the top of the leaderboards to sponge up those points once more.
Well, I mean, what a test this is mentally for Team Liquid as well, right? It's not just dealing with the fact that you've had to basically watch 3 games at this point and not be involved in any of those end circles, but knowing you're going into another game on Storm Point, knowing you could go 0 for 4, all these things start to play on their mind, and the pressure on their shoulders right now. 0 points from 3 games with only 5 remaining after this one is done and dusted. That's got to be a difficult situation to find yourself in.
100 Thieves will skyward dive and look to make an early movement across the map. And also, it's very easy to say, oh, well, why don't Team Liquid just go somewhere else? Why don't they leave that POI? I'm looking on the map, and there wasn't really much room to play with. There's only no-named locations that they could probably work with, and the loot then is going to be awful. They clearly felt like it was a fight.
Rock ult to it.
Okay, I'm down with that.
I'm 6-1. He's down.
There might be one guy in the tower.
If we were looking, we could have killed the fucker on the fucking thing.
You were ahead of me. I couldn't get to you. Like, we were both behind you.
Oh my. One of us has to stay up top and watch Zeta.
I'll stay up top, so I'm gonna trap up. I'll stay up top. You guys craft.
Can you sniper, or not stock, but
Sniper scope.
yeah. Good. $6-1 right now.
I'm gonna throw my
10-2.
armor in to heal it. Actually, there's a bunch of meds here.
Alright.
Shooting a bird.
There's an extra bat here I can't carry.
That box with that purple on it.
I can carry it. I'll carry it eventually.
I'm gonna come and
You can find
grab
a
your
backpack.
armor, Evan.
Okay.
Got a blue bag, let's go.
30-30? Anywhere?
No.
Nope. Extra 3x here.
拋波波轉 skin，可能要俾面人哋認到佢，
I'm coming to grab your shit.
隨機嘅啲 skin 應該。
Grabbing mats.
會俾人打。
This KP.
One more player remaining here for E6. Fnatic just hunting him down, trying to sniff him out. There it is. It's a Gibraltar player. Excuse me, it's a Valkyrie player who is taking that battle with the Gibraltar but Alpha Draft. Even though he's only got
26要冇啦，要
bits
走
of
啦。
damage needed and required
哦，
to level up the Evo shield. For now, it's about getting out of dodge.
殺晒。
Just get away, try and rat out, try and get even one placement point if you can. It will be better than zero.
ATS NLG 喺度。
Nice. Good fucking shot, mate.
哦，佢殺咗佢，屌
Try to loot that? That's
，nice。
here. I'm dropping you guys.
仲合緊嘢喺度。TS 喺邊啊？
Everyone's hit by our car, I think.
Yeah.
TS 冇咪嘢好嘈。
I'm 8-6.
Actually,
TSM 個咪咧，可能係 Playhouse 個咪嘈
There's
嘈
a
地。
craft, I don't want to take gas.
I'm ready to go.
I think it's the mats.
Do we see a barrel anywhere?
No.
4 right here.
I see a team coming down the hill, it's EXO.
I dropped 3 on the ground.
2.9。
I got perp. You ready? We go?
No, I haven't crafted yet. I think I've gotten the mats.
Yeah.
Does anyone need anything crafted for him?
No. They're shooting the spires right now.
We want to hit 3rd over here.
Yeah, probably. I think so. That's probably the play.
À, 好撚嘈啫，係咪
Ready?
嗰陣
Wanna
時？
craft
Yeah.
Evan?
Let's
Yep.
just go, Jordan. Let's go. I'm gonna take the cannon. Zeta lands cave, so
Two
they might be
cells here.
riding or something over here. Okay?
I'm 8-5.
I'm 9-4.
8-6.
How I'm tap straight
Those
with you
people are,
there.
If Zeta's here, we just fight them. They have caustic.
Furia, hey. Oh
Also,
fuck,
Digi car.
it's wasn't.
Fire side.
到一個拉寫歌
People might be riding.
，OK，
this, so
殺咗
we-
Furia，
we
殺
need
咗
you
佢
guys.
哋，
I
殺
can
咗
corner with trap.
轉翻 Bra 底，快啲尾。
I'm gonna check up top, okay?
Alright,
Okay.
you look through the windows.
Yeah. No one here.
Clear this building.
I think we're good.
Cells here.
There's more cells too. Just only have a white backpack.
I can
We
grab the
should hit
cells.
beacon right away before we get near it by Zeta.
Yeah.
Grabbing these mats.
You ready?
Yep. Okay. Let's go. We have to think of good spots here that we can Valk ult into.
Someone's in my gas and barometer, I think.
I
I
mean,
think
there's
we
all
might-
those like, all
we
these
might-
like areas over here and shit.
Yeah, we might go. We're gonna go left side, I think, and then maybe Valko into the ravines. Okay?
I
Okay.
don't know what the best ravine is.
I don't know either. I don't know either.
I think like any ravine near the middle is probably good.
I think we want to probably play from here or something. Like, remove your pings, please. Like, we want to play on this ravine or something like that. I think that's the
There's
play.
2 pings.
Northwest.
One of yours is yours, Jordan. One of those things is yours.
Fuck, man.
Only 15 teams alive.
Yeah. I don't know how close we have to get to the spot that we want.
Should we go top beast and do it? We can all reach for
There might be a team in the building still that has angles on
There's
that.
people here.
Yeah.
I think we Valcall against this wall here and get into the spot. You guys down?
Yeah.
Like right
Okay.
here? Come up
Yep.
here. Then we Valcall here, okay?
Okay.
Ready?
I don't know if the building has angles on that spot. What's our backup plan? I guess like this.
There's so many spots. There's so
this
many
spot or
positions that we can play.
Okay. We're fighting at the building.
飛緊啦，
That's a potential spot as well.
Team at the rocks. We need to split
think-
off. We have to split off.
Now split off and land on the left side.
I have to go. Yeah, I'm
Land
low,
here,
I'm low.
land here, land here.
I know, I'm low, I'm low.
We might third party that fight. Land right here, we're safe. Don't get down, Jordan.
Look for me, please. Look for me, please.
We
We're
third
good,
party
we're
this fight. I think we third party this fight. They're trading. They're trading, I'm pretty sure. Are we here?
Yeah, yeah.
要打佢
Stay
哋
together, stay together.
，TSM 應該大會都直播緊你哋。
I'm popping a bat.
呢
They're
度
rising up top.
我睇緊 energy 咁樣。
At the above, I'm one.
Oh fuck！
They got the res off.
Jordan 已經係一
They got the
滴
res
咯
off. They got the res off. They got the res off.
Think we got
I'm one shot, I'm one shot.
They could have
I might
taken
die.
our spot, by the way.
I'm sitting here.
I have to heal here.
I'm back in the corner, I'm back in the
I
corner.
have to heal here. I might die.
I'm going back. We're good.
Look for me, please.
Jordan, Evan, look for him. You
Coming
listen
back.
to-
I'm looking.
Open this bin. We can play behind this bin. We can sit behind this bin.
Let me get traps here.
Get a trap over there.
We want to control this middle
佢哋
area.
估殺過人啦，應該。
Wait.
Yeah.
我邊 OK？
I buffed up. I don't have buff yet.
Popping a bat.
They might give you all this now.
You don't have Gibby all right?
There's a buff
Do you?
behind us,
I do have
behind
Gibby.
us,
I have
behind us,
Gibby. I
behind
have
us.
Gibby.
Yeah.
They're peeking
I
out,
see
I'm
that.
gonna causing all that.
Yeah.
They're backing up.
I didn't ult it.
We're chilling.
I'm gonna die, I think.
We're chilling. Come to me. On my side. We're good. They're gonna
I'm
get
safe
angles
behind the
here.
bin, I'm safe behind
They're
the
gonna
bin.
get angles here. I think. No, they went back. They went
healing.
back.
I'm going to the bin. I'm going to the bin. That's not your costicle. What?
We're good.
Yeah, good。
I'm healing behind the bin.
gonna be
I'm healing behind the
4-4.
bin. I'm
We have to
A3,
take
A3.
control of this fucking thing, man. We have to take control of this.
There's a team in the rock southeast looking down the valley.
Behind us,
Behind us,
behind
behind
us, behind now, behind now, please.
They're arcing us again. They're angling us out, they got bubble.
哦，佢哋俾人夾啊！佢哋冇俾人
Sure,
夾。
they're getting shot by somebody else. They're getting
Yeah.
shot.
We have
I have to give you
to
all- I have
Can
to
we
go.
walk up this?
You want me to give you all them?
No. Well, give you all them.
Okay,
Please,
okay.
give you all them. Behind us.
We're gonna have to walk up off this Gibby.
I'm
We have to walk
5-3.
up off this Gibby.
Popping a bat.
I don't have buff for 15.
I'm batting as well.
Can we walk up?
Yeah,
Bat in.
I'm dead, man.
佢死喎！
Seer died to our left behind us.
佢個弓搞鳩佢哋嘅 energy。
Fuck, man.
Alright, the game's literally ending on us. All we gotta do is hold our bunker, boys.
Play those are just like I don't
They're
understand.
just playing all the space and not dying for it.
We needed a third party that fight inside. Like, how are you? Like, can you like not climb inside and bump the fucking door?
We both literally got put to one shot instantly.
From where? Like,
I don't know.
佢個氣氛原來我哋冇嚟嘅。喂屌！
Inside of your screen, they're having to hold out Luminosity, who are looking to
已
make
經係氣氛完咗。
as well. 100 Thieves, they're set up at the moment in NRG bang in the center of this circle. They can hold teams out from the north or the south, depending on when that shift comes. There's the information that NRG fans will love to see. They're in a great spot right
They
now.
are in a great spot. They are literally going to be where this circle is going to be finishing, but that does mean there will be a lot of eyes and there will be a lot of people maybe joining them a little bit later. So it's going to be a difficult hold, but if they can do it successfully, they are certainly set up for a victory here. Those teams that are coming from the south side are going to have to get forced through a choke point, and there's 3 of them there that are going to have to fight as well. There's also a lot of teams on this northern side.
Well, there's one team we haven't even mentioned yet, and that's because they're still in zone. That is going to be Cloud9. Cloud9 are collapsing behind Luminosity Gaming at the moment.
They've been spotted.
And they have been spotted, so as this ring gets a little bit hotter and really starts to peel at the skin, Cloud9 have got to move quickly here because they've only got 20 seconds before it really starts to burn.
Yeah, it's going to be so difficult for Cloud9 because Luminosity, they've got eyes on them. They know there's potentially 3 free KP for them to work with here.
There's the Valcolt.
There's going to be the Valcolt. They're going to go over the top of them here, but can they survive? They're already very weak. Are Luminosity going to be able to hit these shots?
Well, it's not just Luminosity as well. Optic, they're in the vicinity. Optic look like they're going to be the team who are closest, and Cloud9 are trying to find somewhere to play. This is where Scars were located as well, so you can see the problem now for Cloud9. They don't know where to drop, but they find at least a corner. Cloud9 should be able to bubble, should be able to get the meds off, but this is still such a tough move for them to make.
I think they're going to get pushed. Luminosity also going to join afterwards and try and find their own position. They're trying to get a corner of this square. There's going to be some shots being hit. NRG might be able to capitalize on this.
NRG are going to send it on them as well. They want to hold this ground.
Oh, NRG going crazy.
And it might be RIP as Nathan does what he does best. He's bubble fighting like an animal.
This is what NRG have to do. They have to be
insane,
NRG. So they can hold this spot consistently, but you must be aware of other teams potentially dropping out.
Luminosity was a team we saw fall to NRG, but also you just saw Cloud9 fall as well. So 2 huge names fall in this lobby towards the end game. Space Station, we've barely mentioned them in this game. They've been in the circle for quite some time now.
Space Station are going to be okay for now, but they will have to move shortly when round 4 starts to close. EXO are also on the east side of this circle, and they're going to have a difficult rotation into the next circle because there's a lot of open ground. As for the likes of Team Burger, they're going to be all right at the moment, but look at where they've got to try and navigate themselves through. It's going to be like going through the crystal maze to trying to get into that next circle.
Well, let's see what the plan is here. First of all, it's about getting up to full health. NRG making sure they've got all the loot they require. If you look at the R301 here from Sweet, he's going to be able to pick up a lot of ammo and all the attachments he does require. So maybe a little bit of a change of weaponry here. Also, he's got the Volt in the hands. And now when we get to those final moments, the Volt can really, really change the momentum of a
big controversy,
personal. With that Volt, you're going to get some...
He's what's that?
A lot of damage indeed, and you can really influence a fight in a way that you can shut down multiple members on another team. We've already seen that happen several times this tournament. 1v2s have been massive. Fury are starting to make their way through these tunnels now. But I like that they're taking different angles. They're elevated because they don't want to just all throw themselves in the same position.
Big moment here for Furia. We've got a listen in lined up. Let's jump into the comms.
No, it's not. It was his teammates. I'm shooting left.
佢好冷靜啊呢個嘅，廁所上。
I'm down to commit. I'm down to swing this guy.
OK 冇嘢嘅。
They're underneath me, I think. Oh no, they're not.
Are they in trench right in front of us?
Yeah. They're all 3 in this little area here.
I have ult.
I cracked the back. I got shit on.
Look at me.
Yeah,
One's really close to me.
I'm low ground right now. I'm queuing up.
He's about to get cracked.
I'm ulting.
Give me really low.
Big ult. They bubble.
I queued all 3 of them.
I'm backing up a little bit. I'm backing up a little bit.
Yeah, we want to get rid of these guys.
I'm batting right now. I'm in a really bad spot, but a really good spot at the same time.
They're running Valcolt or some shit.
I'll cancel it.
You see zone?
We're in on my ping. We're fighting for this.
Look, shoot the belt.
Right next to us. Kill this team on me.
Yeah,
I got the belt.
Yeah, nice. Good shit. Kill this team, Panders, over here.
Yeah, we're dying for these kills. We're dying for these kills here.
Yeah.
I'm looking over
my kill. Fuck these shit.
I'm
going in.
Go.
Give me that. Belt cracked. Belt one. Belt dead.
Kill that guy. Armor swap. We're in zone actually. You gotta get shot from here. Come.
I'm popping a bat. I have to bat, Watson. Give me a second.
You're good.
We need to fucking clear left side.
You're good on me, Watson.
We're good here.
You're good on me as well. This is better on me.
I'm in an insane spot.
Alright.
Okay.
I need shotgun ammo.
We have a Newcastle team.
I have
Watson,
zero
Newcastle.
shotgun ammo.
Hey, what?
Thank you.
And
hey, we can maybe swing southeast.
I'm looting.
This team's on this rock is getting fucked up. They got blue armor, bro. Blue armor. Careful, you're gonna get I might die. You got the insta-res me. I'm safe.
You need to watch, Watson. You need to watch the pull armor.
They're babies.
Pull in armor, though.
Newcastle babies. I cannot.
I'm dropping you a Phoenix.
Batting. I might die again. Fuck the thermite.
You're good. Stick him.
I'm dropping you a Phoenix,
okay? Okay, I hear you. I'm gonna bat, though. I'm batting it first.
We're in zone.
Yeah.
We are good. Good shit, guys. Is there no armors?
I gotta reload my shit.
Heal these armors. Fuck this, bro.
I'm popping a Phoenix.
That's a good armor,
My monitor just turned off, bro. Just hold on.
What?
What is going on?
Go full screen.
What the fuck? I'm good.
Well, Fury are fired up here as we go down to 7 squads. Great plays coming in from every single member. The team fights they needed to win, they come out on top.
And we said we wanted big games from Furia, from Optic Gaming. They've both got a lot of kills here. Optic have got 8, Furia have got 10. And if either of them are able to get to that final circle and get those positions to get the placement points as well, it could really propel them up these leaderboards. As Furia look to try and just patrol this kind of tunnel area and see if they can stop 100 Thieves from being aggressive, because 100 Thieves have got knocks twice, right? 100 Thieves could have pushed, but have not pushed, because 100 Thieves know they are in one of the better positions on the map.
They also have Optic Gaming just in the vicinity, just sniffing at any opportunity to clean them up. Speaking of which, Elysium's going to send an Arc Star up as we jump on board with OG. All red armors across the board. That's a great indication of the amount of damage that has been done by this squadron as we move towards the final 34 seconds or so before all of these teams get forced to fight.
Dark Zero valking in. Singularity, they've won that battle on the southern side. They can take the choke point, but they're going to be greeted by NRG. They're there waiting. Dark Zero are going to be landing late. This is going to be a lot of teams getting forced together with this circle.
Oh, and NRG might be unfortunate here. They might get pinched, but it might be up to Optic to help them out actually in this position. Doing the damage onto Dark Zero. 100 Thieves is the team that Duplex is focusing on though. They're the team down on this low ground. Dark Zero also having to use that bubble. It's just not enough room for everyone to play with right now as we see Fury at the bottom as well in a fight. NRG hold though.
NRG will do the damage with Sweet Falls. Can they get around the corner? Can they get
Sorry,
the res?
sorry.
They've got the bubbles. They've got the caustic gas as well to protect. But here comes EXO. They want to get some damage done themselves.
Dark Zero eliminated though. NRG still just about holding on in this position. There's a black hole and there is an Arc Star as well. Optic Gaming looking to do everything they can to eliminate everybody in front of them. The caustic barrels go down as well. Fury are taking advantage of the damage. 100 Thieves is just on move.
The trenches might look good, but the high ground that Optic have
Fury,
is so commandable right now. They can literally dictate the pace of play. They can watch over everyone, but they need to be worried about the team to the east. That is going to be their main focus. That's why they keep looking over to that direction, because that's the team that can shoot them in the side.
100 Thieves eliminated. Onmu held on for as long as he can as NRG think about making a flank, but there's a caustic barrel which is going to stop Sweet in his tracks. It was a brave decision. It was a ballsy play. An idea coming in from NRG, but Singularity read it perfectly.
EXO are going to have information on Furia here, but also NRG dead center. Singularity are the team that arrived from the south.
Team Singularity.
So NRG are slap bang in the middle of all of these teams. If they can kind of avoid these fights,
OG
then they should be able to get to at least the top three.
The swing coming in from Optic Gaming now, though. They make that move down to the bottom. They try and take the fight with Furia. Furia take the fight themselves. Here's Watson with the spray through the smoke. A Sweet is still alive. Pandas will fall though to Duplex.
Singularity have lost one, so if Furia as well, but Furia as a two need to be wary of Optic Gaming, because Optic are taking all the positions they need to, but great bubble from them. That keeps them alive.
Singularity eliminated. Players just flying all over the place right now. Optic under pressure. Duplex in the bubble. Singularity still not able to find their way into this game, but
EXO third party.
Everybody, it's time for us to get involved.
NRG 贏呢個 NRG 贏啦
It's NRG and EXO
NRG 贏啦 NRG 贏
have the high ground. They've got
GG
the last two teams.
有 GG
Gas down.
GG
Maybe this is the win for NRG. What a game
好啊
from NRG.
佢快啲佢得好個位攞得好
So many tough decisions for NRG. They had central circle for about 10 minutes, and they had to hold off so many different teams, so many different angles they had to watch, but they did it successfully. You could argue perfectly.
OK
And they were able to enter the fight as the last team to just inflict that damage on those teams that were below them in the trenches. Even though they were the team in the trench for the whole game, they got the high ground eventually. They just timed everything to perfection.
And NRG, I said at the start of the tournament, they're a team to watch. Everyone wasn't talking enough about them. Well, certainly those conversations are going to be kicking off right now, because like you said, that was a tough spot for them to hold. So many micro decisions had to be made perfectly, and of course, when you get to that final moment, and you got the opportunity to be the third party, you've got to time it perfectly to make sure you're taking advantage of the chance presented to you.
Well, so many teams would have been scared to take that position because of like how much you have to do, but you've got Sweet there, right? You've got one of the best IGLs, you've got one of the best teams to do so. They knew exactly how they wanted to play that. They were very calm. There was no panic. They even lost a player at one point. He went down, but they managed to pick him back up because of the presence that the other players were able to offer. The bubbles came down, the caustic barrels came down as well. Such a solid performance from NRG.
22 points is what it means for NRG. 10 kills to go with those placement points. A big performance as well from EXO, re-entering the conversation too. Optic needed that game. And 11 kills and 18 points is really big for them. But, I mean, there's one thing that's standing out to me right now. Yeah, well played NRG, completely deserved, most points in the lobby. But Furia, 14 kills for them. 19 points as well.
Furia back on form, and it's about time. It was a difficult opening 2 games, but this is why Furia have been such a wrecking ball in these lobbies, because they just suddenly come to life, they explode, and they destroy everyone in their path.
Speaking of getting destroyed, unfortunately Team Liquid just having no luck whatsoever in these first 3 games of Storm Point, challenged by DSM. A quiet game for them as well. The same could be said for Cloud9.
And maybe Team Liquid looking at this 4th game and saying, do we dare go for a 4th drop where we are contested by Dreamfire? I guess only time will tell, but Dreamfire, they have been consistently winning that fight. You can talk about getting a loot advantage, getting the better guns. I think there's been enough fights now to say that Dreamfire have been more successful, but look at those gentlemen on your screen, and look at the damage that Nathan was able to put out, by the way.
Nathan and Rocker, the duo commanded by Sweet, being told where to kill and who to kill, and they are doing the job perfectly. Decision making was on point from one of the best IGLs that we have in Apex Legends as well. NRG putting on a masterclass in game number 3 on Storm Point.
It really was, because if kind of 2 teams had pinched them at the same time and too many players had gone down or too much damage you'd taken, there was going to be another team that would try and take that position off you. But NRG did so much damage on every team that came their way that no one really wanted to take that fight. And it was just so pleasant to watch. It was honestly just one of those games that when you watch back and you think about all the things they had to do and the micro decisions they had, it was near perfection.
I mean, you can see from the heat map now, not just where the kills came in, but this was the area that NRG just called home for the entirety of the game. They made that quick rotation. One thing I think that was a little bit of a difference from what we saw in those first 2 games was just leaving with better armors. They had a couple of gold armors, they had a purple armor as well, and when you have those armors, when you have that HP to play with, it means you can deal more damage from center zone.
And it really was just the kind of kill area for NRG. Anytime someone dropped in those trenches, they didn't get scared about it. Instead, they got aggressive, and they said, this is our land. You're not going to be able to take it from us. We know we can win this game if we hold this position. It was successful. It was perfect. Beautiful to watch.
NRG, beautiful to watch. A chef's kiss from Dan Gaskin. That's going to do it for 3 games of Storm Point, though. We're going to throw it over to the desk now because NRG have certainly returned to form.
NRG returning to form. Can we have the crowd at PNC Arena make some noise, please, for NRG in North America? Obviously, we have the privilege of being in Raleigh in North Carolina. Rain Day here on the desk with Genome and, of course, Twitter explosion. To start this off, though, guys, just 3 games on Storm Point. It's been pretty exciting so far to kick off our match, winners bracket matches.
Yeah, just as I walked over here, I was having a look at Sweet, you know, the general commanding the troops. The speed at which his mouth was working, like if you were a lip reader, I reckon you probably wouldn't have managed. You'd
be out of the job.
He was just micromanaging them in position to make sure they won that last game.
Yeah.
That's why he's the IGL. Okay, that's what happens when they are working together with a unit and the performances that we know they're capable of, but not just NRG. I mean, we saw so many squads. That last game alone, we were just talking about it. The top 4 had 42 of the kills in the lobby.
4 teams, 42 of the 60 players down just by them. Creates a lot of goose eggs on the other side. And speaking of that, there's been a few teams as we kick off, recapping what's happened in games 1 versus 3 that have not gotten started well, notably Liquid.
Team Liquid haven't even played the game yet, and Dreamfire, they're the ones making sure of that. Usually they drop in Command Center, but they've actually moved it down to Cascade Falls, and so they've contested them 3 out of 3 times. They have walked away the winners. I mean, they're basically just sacrificing Tau at the start because they've got Roy and Bolin to back them up. 2 of the most disgusting fraggers in the game, especially if you put a flatline in the hands of Bolin.
You were telling me, one of the best in the world. Lauren, though, it obviously kicked off continually. TSM taking game 1,
right.
But the narrative would start to shift a little bit in game 2.
Yeah, I mean, obviously TSM coming out of the gate strong, but, you know, Zeta, someone that we have not really gotten a chance to deep dive too much in this second match. They have an incredible performance. I mean, Taskmaster popping off in this game, and they end up with the 14-kill dub. I mean, this is exactly what they needed.
8 kills from Taskmaster as well.
You know what I really loved was that moment where he's just like the calm collectedness, the patience, where he popped up behind them on the rock and just took that half second before he traced and hit every single bullet.
The question was, would Furia show up? I had picked them to start out the day and be one of our teams to look at in my talent predictions. Certainly, games 1 and 2 put us in a little bit of a trepidatious thought process around them, but game 3, it would wipe away all of our fears.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we were paying attention to. They've been this crazy aggro team the entire time, but it's been working out with them, rewarding them in kill points. Now, they do get rewarded here for that aggression, but NRG, with the timing, the smart decision-making, making the final push into that trench area to get the win.
Usually we come back and it's the end of Storm Point, but we've got one more because it's bracket stage. For those watching at home, here's how it stands after 3, but we've got one more Storm Point, and then we'll do 4 more on World's Edge. For some of these teams, Genome, that is going to be desperately needed time to climb back up into this top 10.
Yeah, and I think something that a lot of these teams on the bottom end of this can improve, Rain, is you know, how they're choosing the spots as we rotate throughout Storm Point. And I think, honestly, one of the problems is they're giving these other teams, because we're in this winner bracket where everyone's amazing, they're giving them too much respect. So you're seeing teams that have complete belief in themselves. A team like Dark Zero, who obviously they're reigning world champions, they will just pick the spot they want to go to and go straight there. A lot of these other teams, they're almost just assuming that these spots are taken, and as a result, they'll pick a weaker spot and get taken out earlier in the lobby. They need to back themselves more.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be one of the problems that we do see throughout this entire tournament. How much confidence can you have in a team, in a lobby, where everyone is confident, where things aren't going your way? You're getting taken out every single start to the game. You know how frustrating that is to die immediately? Do it 3 times in a row is one of our favorites to win this tournament in Team Liquid. That has got to be stressful on your mental. But I'll tell you what's not stressful on your mental. What might be fun, especially if you have a chance to play Apex while you're watching us at home. Log in and check out some brand new features we've added to help support your teams here at the ALGS Championships of 2022. A little more. Here's what I'm talking about.
We'll separate winners and losers. Cause I know everyone is here for my show.
I'm quick and you're dead.
Let me set the record straight so y'all know. I don't need to brag cause I know. Everyone is here for my show. Gonna check you real quick. I'm about it. Homie, you can catch it all.
Available now through July 19th. Make sure to check it out. And a quick note as well, I know a lot of the behind-the-scenes people who have worked hard on making this reality in Apex Legends. The banners, you could equip them on any legend, which is one of the first in Apex.
Yeah, it's the first time you've had something that you can equip across every single legend in your arsenal. Really nice. Yeah, so support the teams.
Your accent made me think you were going a different direction there. Our Arsenal, I went there, but I love it. Having Gino bring the representation. I'm just a classic California guy as well. Look at the crowd getting hype and excited. We have so much more coming for you today across our ALGS Championships, day number 3, 2022. We have a quick break, though, before we get started. One more game on Storm Point, then we switch over to World's Edge, where Ice and Lava continue to heat things up for some teams, maybe cool it off for a few who have already had some star-studded performances. We'll be back with some casters after this.
Herman Miller, the official chair partner of the Apex Legends Global Series.
A warm welcome once again, everybody, back to the PNC Arena here in Raleigh, because I tell you what, Dan, this is starting to get a little bit interesting now. The big dogs are starting to step up here in our winners bracket, and now we see NRG returning to form with a huge and dominant win in game number 3.
NRG returning to form, Optic Gaming returning to form, Furia starting to kill everyone in the lobby again. Suddenly when you start to add people like TSM, this lobby is terrifying. Almost as terrifying as that man on your screen.
He's got that look in his eyes right now, Sweet, where he wants to take engagements, he wants to win more games of Apex Legends. And if you're looking across those stats you can see on your screen, you can see why. Dealing the most damage on his team at the moment, he's looking like a stone cold killer.
And it might have been a simple early rotation for them, but it's about what they did after the fact. It's how well they held down that location once they found themselves dead center of that circle. Is it going to be as simple? Are they going to be able to find themselves dead central yet again? The circle, of course, will make that decision for us as we get our 4th and final time on Storm Point in this series. Remember, there is going to be 8 games, but we move over to World's Edge after this one. So this is your last chance. If you are one of those teams who has been performing very well when it comes to Storm Point, it has to be now in match number 4.
Optic started to find form as well, and Duplex, the man on your screen, is also involved in one of my favorite signs I've seen so far in the arena, which is just quite simply, Duplex is a Giga Chad. And well, the way he's playing in that last game, you can't really argue against that.
Optic Gaming, they needed to come to life. They needed that game to show us what they're made of, to push themselves back into that top 10 and start to think about those grand finals. And now that will take a little bit of pressure off them. But there are still teams who have a lot of pressure on them going into this match number 4. 100 Thieves, they've been up and down. They've had some good games. I think they're fairly consistent at the moment. They'll be pretty happy with what they've been able to achieve. As for TSM, it was a quiet match number 3, but I don't think that will worry them.
Last game on Storm Point is loading in the background. You can see the players are ready. The last minute comms are going down. How they want to approach this before we head over to 4 games on World's Edge. Everybody in the crowd, I want you to make a little bit of noise right now, because I'm about to tell you the dropship is live and we're getting into the final game here on Storm Point.
Storm Point means aggression. Teams like Furia are going to look to try and pick up the pieces here and see if they can continue their domination from match number 3. Oh, we can see the same contest happen. Are Team Liquid going to fall once for the Dreamfire? Are they going to challenge them for the 4th time in a row?
Or will we see Team Burger come out with a win? Because I tell you what, the crowd want that more than anything. Let me tell you, they are making some noise here for Team Burger. But let's get into this one right now. We're going to start off with a point of view overlooking all of Storm Point to once again remind you at home and in the arena where all these teams are dropping.
Dreamfire, Team Liquid, it's not going to be the same fight. Look, Team Liquid, they've all dropped in separate areas around Dreamfire. It's not going to be the direct challenge, but they may still take that fight once they've picked it up.
I think they are taking that fight. Nocturnal has gone elsewhere, but look at the bottom of the screen. You can see Fun there on the edge of zone is taking damage. So Dreamfire kind of been left in a scenario where maybe they've got a 3v2 to win. Nocturnal are so interested to see what the decision and the thought process is behind this. We'll have to see how it does work out for them, of course. Maybe Nocturnal was thinking something different, but Liquid now surviving. Dreamfire trying to chase him down, though.
Dreamfire on the hunt, looking to try and find Liquid once more to try and make it 4-0. And you can see scarpering away, but Team Liquid able to at least get a little bit of damage, a little bit of covering fire. How far do Dreamfire push this one? Are they actually going to be that aggressive to try and get these kills, or do they just go back and start to get on with their business?
We'll get that player cam updated as quickly as possible. Of course, this is not the player cam for Bolin, unless he's done something pretty drastic in the break between the games.
Something different with his hair, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a jersey change. Who knows? We'll have to see in a few moments. But the good news here for Team Liquid fans, and it's the first bit of good news for today in the winners bracket, is that they get to play the video game, which is nice for them. They're not going to be eliminated straight away. They're all still alive. We have 20 squads, all healthy, as now we do jump on board with NRG.
Yeah, NRG are going to have to move a little bit further with their rotation this time. We are going to be going more south with the circle, potentially even southeast. It could start to pull towards the likes of Antenna, the likes of Gale Station, so those teams like Luminosity who are dropping in the southeast side of the map, teams like SSG and put themselves in a spot where they could be dead center of this circle.
Space Station been in some good positions so far in this game, but just not had the firepower when they get into that sort of top 10, top 8 scenario to close out and really be a massive threat towards that end game and picking up that first place finish. We'll have to see if that does develop for them, but at the moment, they're right down at the bottom of the map. They're looking very, very comfortable in and around Fish Farms and Gale Station, and they're set up for now. You can see what the game plan is. It's make this one look like it's a nice place to go if you're a Space Station fan.
And they're literally on the kind of touching point of the 2 circles as well. And you really got to make sure that when you are in those touching points, you're going to be positioning yourself where that circle is going to be moving towards you.
Space Station with the moon boots on for a few seconds there, as TSM looking like maybe they've got a little bit more lubrication in the joints to move a bit quicker. But Space Station now, it looks like the gravity has returned here, so everything is good.
A lot of people are going to be predicting similarly to where Space Station currently reside with their rotations. That's why you see TSM going very close to them, Luminosity Gaming down in Gale Station, Singularity starting to make their move over, as well as Team. And they may start to arrive and be contested by TSM if they're not careful. They need to plan this effectively.
Well, Scar's making their move in as well. And Scar's looking to make a little bit of a play them as they find the beacon information that they need.
Okay.
As we get a little bit of a percussive backdrop to this game. I'm giggling that, I can't help it.
If you were ever going to rap over a cast, the time would be now, but it's a very quick beat.
My moment, everyone.
It's difficult to try and keep up with.
I'm not doing it, I'm sorry.
At least the crowd.
Creation Baron. 144.
In fact, I might just remove my headphones. It sounds exactly the same throughout this arena right now. But Scars, they've got in a very similar position as to where TSM were, as to where SSG were, as 100 Thieves. I mean, literally all the teams that have dropped on the southern side of this map do find themselves on the southeast side now.
We're going to do our best to work our way through this one. Apologies for everyone, of course. We'll keep that beat going. Oh, maybe we won't keep that beat going, but big cheers up in the crowd because we've got some audio adjustments, we'll call them, as Opti Gaming now make their way from the mill towards the backside of Shipfall now. So again, a late, long southern rotation for them, using that trident that you can find over at the mill off their drop to make their way very comfortably into this position. Comfortable though, Team Liquid are not. However, in the game they are. Nocturnal's going to have to pop a battery, but you can see he's not going to be given the time and place to do so. He's not going to be able to get it off. Fun now trying to survive.
Hổ勁喎 LG， 冇 RPR 嚟嘅。
Horrible scenario. Liquid, I don't know what you had for breakfast this morning, but it was filled with bad luck.
So unfortunate that they were able to get off their drop spot. But then they are also the first team to lose players once more. EXO are going to be trying to use their charge rifle from a distance to get involved in the fight. It was Scars who actually picked up one of those kills onto Team Liquid as well.
Liquid eliminated. Gildersons did what he could, but they will be taken down. It's Jaro from Team
會面時間，啱水先。
Longbow, excuse me, in his hands. He will pick up the kill. Let's see a little bit of EXO POV. We haven't seen too much of them today, Dan, but one thing that has continued from yesterday is the fashion sense. The sleeves are still rolled up, ready for business.
And EXO were the best performing team on Storm Point throughout group stages as well. A solid 97 points they were able to accumulate, 52 of those from placement, 45 from kills across those 9 games. So they definitely know what they're doing on Storm Point, and they've had a pretty consistent time of it so far with 25 points on the board. They're in 3rd place.
我想以為嗰個係女仔嚟嘅。
Also have one of those big games that we've seen some of the other big teams have, then they should be able to try and solidify themselves in that top 10.
Well, very interesting stories actually developing in this game as we see Zeta Division take to the skies to try and survive and somewhere to play. We'll wait for them to find a little spot to land before we kind of go into the story I want to talk about, just to see if they will be safe, and it will look like they will be. But I want to talk about NRG. NRG, who for the first 3 games here on Storm Point have played center zone, quick rotation, as quick as physically possible. We saw them with 2 white armors in that game.
俾你 Steam 嘅喎。 Watch party, watch with TV, watch party.
Sweet Nathan and Rocket get a much closer look at each other. Maybe they want to have a closer look at Fnatic too.
If they do manage to catch one of the Fnatic members off guard, they might be able to 3-2-1 them, but I think Fnatic have moved on their merry way, and NRG may be recognizing that, so they can continue on their rotation as well.
TF 咧，我睇下台灣隊。
Elsewhere, Furia are making rotation.
我有紫色的。
他跳下来了哦，他想要进圈了哟。
我回去，我回去。
TSM
对
TSM
对对，扛他吗？还是
TSM
我们再继续往前？
已经下来了。
先支他，先支他农甲。
在这，标点。给他甲给我。
这里有一队在过点。蓝甲大胖。OK。
指甲哦。
OK。
我没看到他队友，我看到2个。哦，在这里。
擺啲，
2個指甲，1個藍甲。
啲人睇擺啲嗰個視覺。
OK。我看一下胶囊。
他好像是有意图要绕走，然后跟你打的。
看起来很像。然后狗园打起来了。OK。
Barrels are not even rendering in.
睇下外國隊。喺度 red 緊 TSM。
I feel like someone from Gale has to like start shooting you guys in the ass. They have double white armor.
Your antenna though is going to be AD. Everyone else at the moment.
冇人打交呢鋪。
See, not a lot of damage being exchanged between the teams. Nobody being caught in the open, which means it's build to a heck of an end game here in the final game of Storm Point. This is AD. This is the team I was mentioning. They're making that move
呢鋪激嚟啊！呢鋪
from the northwestern
係啊
side of this
信
circle.
我真係激嚟呢鋪。
Nobody really in the vicinity for them to worry about. It's more those late rotators from the north. I'm talking about E6, I'm talking about NRG. And speaking of those two teams, it looks like they might be about to clash here.
And AD with that beacon information have provided it on our screens as well. You can
信
see
我
he
呢
is
鋪
going to continue
會搞啲大事出嚟。
to pull southeast, so all the teams that were predicting that constant pull into the corner, it is still happening. 100 Thieves are going to be dead center just by the mountainside you see there, but it's what you can do from that position. How vulnerable are you from there?
Another team who is in a fantastic position is TSM. TSM, you can just see poking out.
係啊 ，TSM 個位
Saw that name label, not sure who the
非常之好啊，因為佢哋已經喺圈入邊，仲要佢有軍火庫佢哋有一個好大嘅可以掩護到360度掩齊嘅。總之一個好嘅，佢有好遠睇，好嘅佢俾人知嘅。你知人又唔得，人哋知你又得，呢啲人係有啲差嘅。不過咧係啦，打交佢打機係咁啦，我都會咁樣鬧人成日都，所以唔緊要，唔緊要嚇。
No. I think they're playing in the water. They're inside the water.
Yeah.
If someone lands a respawn beacon, you could bubble it and I could shoot them maybe.
Fighting in that building, crypto.
This team's back behind the cannon, by the way.
They have white armor on Gibby still. The cannon.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know why your mic is peaking so fucking hard.
Mine?
His, Jordan's.
They're in charge of the cannon.
Yeah, they are. We should look at this.
Yeah, you might want to bubble now if you want to stack
Yeah,
bubble.
係咪用 Discord 講嘢嘅？應該係。
I can't, they're sitting behind. How many subs do we have?
Can you give me off that maybe?
You might want to give me off that actually, no cap.
I'll get my Gibby back.
Yeah, you'll get it back, yeah. Start looking at this, stare at this, stare at this, stare at this.
It's good.
Good ult, good ult, good ult. You're still gonna run left.
No hits at all. Not a single. I hit one time.
What?
How?
This game is great, bro.
How?
How many meds do we have?
7-4, 7-4.
Roll 3.
Yeah, you're gonna have to drop me some cells here, Jordan. I'm gonna have one. So.
Does that not do anything, man?
5-2.
5-2 係大電。
Just have to 5.
Yeah, it's gonna end on the respawn
Straight
beacon.
kill.
team has to move now. They have white armor. They have to move. So maybe just if we can shoot them out of there.
冇嚟啦，WiFi 有冇啊？求你啦！
Horizon has a massive. We see Horizon.
哇！佢呢個位同呢個位好差好遠啊！嗱，我哋可以睇下地圖啦。Dreamfire 喺，但是佢哋喺呢度應該。呢度。唔係，等先，佢係嗰個 Cannon 個位啊嘛，好似係。哦，唔係，佢而家嚟咗呢度。喺度。 發射嗰度，呢度佢哋喺度倒緊 his person 嗰度，喺度倒緊 his person 係啊，喺度倒緊 his person。Fury 啊，我呢鋪真係有啲呢鋪好睇喎，呢鋪仲有49條，係咪49？ 49條。 有邊隊咧？有 NRG 啦，喺度 red 緊啊 ，Optic 都喺度 red 緊啊，好似冇喐過呢種。Team Burger red 緊啊 ，TSM red 緊啊 ，SSG red 緊啊 ，Jam Burton Dark Zero 都 red 緊啊。邊個 solo 啊？睇先。呢個奪呢個咪呢個？呢個係我全部都係副 team 喎，有一隊係 duo。 呢隊唔係呢隊唔係啊，49個人17，40計唔到你。唔係冇咗2個人，係咪呢個咧？呢度，誒佢哋俾人打緊貼啫，咪俾人打緊人啊你哋。
Let him rest, let him rest! Hey, shoot the Gibby!
Fifteen push.
Got him!
We gotta get you open from west.
Try to get the kills.
That's from him, that's from him, that's from him!
Oh, okay.
They're gonna res again. There's the Gibby!
I can't see him. Did you get him?
No. He's behind the cannon, he's gonna res.
He's still dead.
He's there, he's on the body, he's on the body!
正。
We
佢殺咗啦，我覺得。揾2個人去殺咗，或者1個人。
41 on him. He's running right.
冇啦佢。
Nice.
攞2殺。
We can't look east.
He's just staring at us in the window. We have zone. We're safe.
Yeah.
OK， 我下個圈喺呢個位 ，TSM 好近 ，SSG 佢攞咗，嗱呢鋪可能 SSG 嘅呢鋪。係咪嗰個 SSG 嘅 ？SNG Singularity SSG 喺度。呢鋪可能呢個，我可以猜測呢個。 呢個嘢，我覺得會。屌仆街！呢一隊，呢一隊，呢一隊，呢一隊可能會死呢隊，因為呢度有幾隊。佢呢隊係咪 solo 嚟？呢個唔係呢個。呢隊可能會死呢隊，100 T。KSM 唔會。 如果 SSG 同 SNG 打嘅話 ，TSM 就會殺咗佢哋，咁 IG 咧就會再 third party， 可能 IG 會打 DF， 啲 LG 會可能會 NRG 或者 EXO， 係咯。個天花係死咗咯喎，俾 Fury 殺咗。
There's a team here too, by the way. You gotta be careful of that. They can walk up with the rocks.
C9 死咗未啊？
They're back holding.
C9 死咗。
No, they didn't buckle yet. They didn't buckle. On my ping. They're still there, I'm pretty sure.
Are they safe on the rock? I don't know where this team's
車聲咁啊，好似打得好啲。第一鋪贏咗。
On a low ground, low ground. I'm going inside.
I'll take one. 80 on crack. Open a bash.
Chill. We can buckle here, it's fine. I'm 4-2. 4-2.
7-3. South. 5-3. South.
你 Fury 俾邊個死咗？邊最邊 ？Fury 俾100T 殺咗，係咯。100T 準備收呢對皮，跟住呢對可能會去呢度或者去呢度呢啲位啲。係佢會係你呢度啊，應該你啊，或者呢度，呢度或者呢度，因為呢度會有啲掩體呢個位。Oh fuck TSM。 Oh, Bora.
Bro, are you serious?
Cross to our side.
What are you doing, man? You guys are playing like fucking idiots. You guys are both idiots. You guys are both playing like fucking idiots. What the fuck was that? Like, why are you running in the open?
I crossed to your side because I thought they were gonna int him, and I didn't realize there was one
They're
other
only
side.
do that on the tactical
I got
dash,
beamed because there's a team on the other side too.
氣氛啊！
I don't know, I made it back to your guys' side.
Like, we just... Come on!
哇！氣氛。
Like, we fucking suck dick when we fight! I'm tired of it!
Oh.
You guys are both running in the open taking 300 damage! Just bubble yourself! Like, what are you gonna do?
Spamming arcs in me.
Bubble yourself!
I did!
喺度鬧交。
Clearly, you ran out and just didn't bubble, and you got hit for 100. For free. And then this guy's fucking running in the open. Like an idiot.
Hmm?
Chop the pieces, and now there's just 2 squads remaining. Space Station versus.
係咯 ，SSG 同埋 IG 我都話。啊 EXO。
EXO on one side, SSG on the other. Armor advantage to EXO. SSG pushing up off the back of the defensive bombardment. The bubble goes down, but there's no one found here as Drop now moves in with the Peacekeeper.
Nice shots with the Peacekeeper as well. Got to capitalize on it though. That's a big 80. Throw it back. You got to help him.
Oh, dropped! Puts him on his back.
哦，
SSG now
有冇機會咧？哦，爭啲咋，成得啲。唔係嗰個 EXO 嚟嘅。
In those final moments, but what a push it was from Space Station. They used the Gibby bombardment, they forced them off the high ground. They say to EXO, give us that hill, and because of the little bit of an advantage they had, the angles they could take, they're just able to chunk that extra bit with the Peacekeeper. It's a nice little bit of dodging, peeking, baiting, switching, and because of it, SSG rewarded with the victory.
And that's big for SSG. They kind of they listen to what I said, right? They're getting these good positions and they can't quite convert. That time they showed the aggression at just the right moment. Really, really important for them to win that game and show SSG are here to play, and not only that, that they're going to be a threat to the rest of the lobby.
There is so many teams in this lobby that we could be crowning a champion when
This
it
is
comes to
hard,
Sunday, with
isn't it?
how they are performing in these final circles. And just when you forget about one of these teams, suddenly they have that pop-off game. Space Station have done just that. 20 points on the board. That is really going to send them through this leaderboard. But EXO, who were in 3rd place, find themselves with 16 points as well. They are going to be a top contender to be topping this round.
Yes, they are indeed. 100 Thieves, good performance from them. One of the standout individual plays clutching up, coming in from them. And of course, IG quietly going about their business as well. We saw them in that fight a little bit earlier on with Cloud9 where they picked up those points, but Optic Gaming a little bit of a slow one in our game number 4.
It's hard, Cloud9.
We've been focusing on Team Liquid, and I'm sorry we have to focus them again, but they were eliminated first, even though they were able to get off their drop spot this time. They need a massive turnaround when it comes to World's Edge. Stormpoint has not been their day whatsoever. Cloud9 also eliminated as well, but we teams that are confident, that are playing well, and then you've got the ones at the bottom who are really struggling and just need a change of fortune.
Well, this is your champion squad. It is, of course, Space Station, and oh my goodness. His name is Mark Bees. You might know him as Drop, though. 2.6k damage for the Gibraltar. In that final moment, it was Frex with that huge 1v1 win, just to clean up.
好笑嗰聲，跟住係 Howling Raps。
If they could have bubbled and maybe just been able to face them straight on, it could have been a very
呢啲人好差呢啲人。
had to drop off, they had to sacrifice the height. They were really on the back foot, and SSG did capitalize. I mean, it was very close, don't get me wrong. A really good fight from EXO, but
大家都窮逼。
to get that victory.
Yeah, I think it was a very
點解？因為咧佢細個嘅時候唔讀書咧，大個揾唔到好工作，咁就少啲錢。如果你細個讀得好，就可以開心。OK。
They find themselves on 46 points.
Remember, 10 teams will progress to the grand final from this winners. Teams currently in trouble, currently in the zone where you would drop down to that elimination bracket, that lower bracket, losers bracket, whatever you want to call it. It's the bracket is on the lower side. IG are starting to push their way up though, give themselves a real chance going into World's Edge.
A real chance, but
World's Edge.
A chance is great, but you've got to be in the top 10. It's as simple as that. And one man who's led his team to top 1 after 4 games is the man on your screen right now. Sweet, one of the best IGLs. We always talk about it, and it seems like
one of the best IGL 讚。
That is when that man makes the biggest.
如果佢係 the best IGL 就唔會死啦，係咪先？
You really do hear his calmness. I know that you can very easily get carried away as an IGL. Speaking of, there is one of the biggest and best IGLs as well in Imperial Hell. A very different communication strategy that these two teams have.
That's true. And oh, look, it's Skittle Cakes' son. Well done. To go back to the conversation. By the way, I need to say to everybody, the signs we are seeing in the crowd are making me smile so much. So please keep them coming, not only today but tomorrow.
Ito is my kid. Is my dad.
Because they got a great spot. They knew where they wanted to play. But as soon as that first fight came in, unfortunately, they just kind of fell apart. It was that momentary, just kind of lapse in concentration, maybe, when the team got the jump on them that hurt.
I think maybe TSM not expecting that push to happen.
Oh,
not
no,
expecting someone to aim them
TSM
in the way that they did, and that's always going to be one of those ones that when you probably listen to the comms, they're probably saying, why the F was this team doing that? Why the F was this team doing this? But unfortunately, you can only play what's in front of you. You can only play against the teams that are against you. And in this lobby, we do have a lot of aggressive teams. And EXO said, we want that position from you, TSM, and they took it.
Well, that is going to do it for us on the commentary desk for now. Stormpoint is done and dusted in our winners bracket group.
佢兩個都做得好好，呢兩個裁判。喺度盡量唔講個 fuck 咁樣講，因為佢哋要保持呢個嘅優雅。
I thought you were sliding with me. No, I have a height on them. I have height. Yeah, I didn't know that because I slid down the hill with you. I didn't know you were gonna peek above them. 80 on Gibby.
80 on Gibby.
80 on Caustic. 40. Caustic. I should have got this. He's splash. Let's go. Harder. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. That's how we do it, baby.
佢全部嗰啲粗口全部 line 㗎。
Monster Energy.
嚟啊 ，World's Edge， 我最 World's Edge 都有3 point。
Global Series.
Right. Play free now. 贏第一個係有50萬美金，即係300幾萬。
Here I go. Leaving behind my signature to say hi to my enemies.
What? What? 咁正，各位睇個台人嗰個武器喎，都好少。所以我連個 mouse 線開始未？2分鐘。喂！哇！哇！飄嗰個人。邊個分別？同埋可能講嘅呢個 FJ 都好。呢兩個財務翻嚟啦，我中意呢兩個財務。好靚喎啲 skin 嘅，做得好好啊，Apex。好啦，咁拜拜，再見，聽日再直播，拜拜。